All right. So when you first log into Teams, you'll be in your chat function more than likely. In your upper left-hand side, you'll have your activity, your chat, and Teams. When you click on Teams, it's going to show you any school or any team that you may be part of. So here I have the School of Education, School of Psychology and Counseling, so on and so forth. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on the School of Communication and the Arts. So when I click on this, I'll see two things on the left-hand side. We have general and incomplete. I've gone through and created the initial incomplete channel for every one of these schools. But first, when you click on general, and up here, you'll see where it says files. Up here in the files area, this is where all of that content was stored that was originally in Blackboard's content management system. So you'll find all of that information that was originally stored in that area. The same thing is here for the incomplete folder, incomplete channel. Anything underneath here would be considered a channel. And we'll also click on files here. This is where we'll get to those files for those students. But first, let me explain to you how to manage your team within Canvas here. So underneath your school's title here that you have access to, you're the owner to, you're going to click on these three dots here next to the name, and it's going to give you the option to manage your team. You can also add members here, but what we'll do is go to manage team and add them there. Here you'll see all of the people that are currently owners of this particular school team. And to add a member as a owner, Jackie would be an owner here. As an owner, she could just go through here and add a member, put in the user that we want to add, whoever that may be. Let's see. So if I wanted to add Doris Gomez to this, Dr. Gomez, I could just start typing her name and add her here. And then once I hit add, I'll remove you when I'm done with this. By default, they're a member of that group or that team. So what we need to do is make them an owner so that they have the ability to add members. So now that they're an owner, we can close this out and they'll be added down here as an owner. Now, this is the first step in adding people to that incomplete channel. In order to add anybody to that incomplete channel, they have to be an owner within a member or an owner within this team. Okay, looks like she was added as a member as well as didn't change her to owner. Okay, well, I've changed her to owner, so it's that easy to change that up. Now, to make sure we go into the incomplete here, we're going to click on those three dots to the right of that as well. And we're going to click on Manage Channel. This shows you all of the owners that are in this channel, as well as the guests and or members. So what we can do here is we want to add Dr. Gomez as a member here. So we're going to add the member. And the only people that we can add are people that are already previously added to the teams, the root teams folder. So that Canvas, College of Arts and Sciences, that folder has to have those members before we are able to add them to the channel. So if I tried to add somebody else, like Anka, I can't because they're not already a member of the team. So when I first start trying to type her name in here, I'm able to add her to that channel. So you're going to do this for every single faculty member that you want to have access to the incomplete folder to put in any information for their students, any incompletes that have been done. So now that we've added that member to the root teams folder and we've added them as a member in the channel of incomplete. We're going to go into incomplete and we're going to click on files. I have already created a year folder inside these channels, as well as some of them I have a test user, but in this case I don't, which is good. So inside of the 2023, what your faculty members are going to do is come in here and create a new folder or whatever the student is. And we're going to click create. And now that folder has been created. Inside this folder, this is where we're going to put all of those things that are on your Word document that was sent out to you. Let's see, that Word document looks something like this. Everything was sent out here. And it tells you all your step-by-step of the things that you need to download within Blackboard. So your zip files and so on. After you've gotten all that stuff downloaded to your computer, you're going to, here's that. I just have a kind of an example of the different file types that we're going to be bringing in. So we have our zip file, a Word document for an assignment that the student had done, the export of the grades. So what we'll do is we can actually just drag and drop them into these folders. And it takes a few seconds, but it allows you to drag and drop all sorts of files into that folder within the channel. All right, so that gives me everything that I downloaded for the course. These are all just test objects as well. And so now that information is saved within your Canvas channel of incomplete channel inside of a folder with that student's name. You can make that folder information as detailed as you want. It can be John Smith. It can be John Smith with the course ID of the course that they are taking an incomplete for. And again, you can make that as detailed as you want.